Hello there, and welcome in. Feel like singing today, apparently. So, apparently, there is a new moon today. It's been new for like an hour and a half now, or so. Um, or that exact conjunction happened about an hour and a half ago. Happened at about 3:30 Eastern p.m. 3:30 p.m. Eastern on the 16th. That was like nothing. Okay, let's do this again. There we go. For some reason, I thought it was like the 17th. I don't know. But we're going to get some cards just to see what's up. Ooh, the Chariot and the Magician. Oh, wait, there you go. There we go. Fan of that energy. The Chariot and the Magician. And what I want to do is I want to pull an energy. We're going to do 3 energy oracle cards. No timestamps today. Hopefully we're not taking that long. Well, hold up. Let's cut this. And then we'll pull a few cards to see what's up. I might just pull up the top. I'll see how I feel it. I think I forgot to turn a card over. I guess I didn't. I thought I did. How is everyone doing today? Ooh, Angel of Love and All Tied Up. The Angel of Love is all tied up. There is a card in here somewhere. Because I saw it again. Where is it? Here it is. Strategy. I don't even think strategy came out. But maybe it did. Strategy's just randomly flipped over. Ooh, action. Action in the Angel of Love. She ain't tied up no more. What's that? A little bit of not boundaries, bonds, barriers, blockages. A little bit of blockage be gone. There's another card in here that's turned face up. So maybe, where is it? Here it is. Storm warning. And the man holding a heart. Strategy, storm warning, and the man holding a heart. I am fairly certain that those 3 did not come out together at the top of the deck. But they were all flipped over. So guard your loins, ladies. I am personally going to be in a self-isolation deep freeze until 2021. At least until the end of Mercury retrograde, because Mars is closing in on my Venus and Aries, and I'm not trying to be out here doing anything that I shouldn't be doing. Like, as soon as Mercury went into its pre-shadow, literally as soon as Mercury went into its pre-shadow, I almost got in trouble. So we're gonna be on deep freeze over here. Self quarantine, self isolating, because we ain't trying to make no back steps. If you know what I mean. So, all right, one more. Then I want 3 cards, just to see what's the new moon got to bring us. New moon in Libra. It was like 21 degrees, I think. I took a picture on my phone, and I sent it to one of my friends, and I said, Happy New Moon. Okay. See? There we go. Indecision. Okay. These are intended to be separate things, but we'll see. What was that? Oh, well, there we go. Somebody might need some. Okay, well, I'll take this one with this one, since it came out right on top of it. Almost crossing it, but we'll see. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Hostilities. Number 26, which breaks down to an 8. We'll see. Oh, where did that go? I'm gonna try to put it face down. Up, it's face up, but I didn't see it because my hand was in the way. Gonna take a sip of some water. And we're gonna do this as we go along. So we have Indecision and financial constraints. That's an 8 and a 12, I think. Is that 8 and 12? Oh, here's the Knight of Pentacles. 8 and 13. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Something's taking longer than expected. 6 of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles and hostilities is interesting. Queen of Pentacles and hostilities, to me, it's this energy of you can't grow anything nice and abundant if you're sort of in this energy that works against everything that it is that you're trying to manifest. So right now, there's a lot of stress. So the Knight of Swords and the King of Wands came out. And then the Five of Pentacles came out. So with the Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, it feels like maybe we were expecting to not be in whatever situation we feel like we're in right now. Or we thought that things would improve sooner, things would improve quicker. And so in preparation for that improvement, maybe we were a little spending a little frivolously, not saving, not really preparing for this. Maybe again, like we were expecting something, but it didn't end up coming through. And so now we're sitting at a space of indecision with this financial constraints. And indecision and financial constraints could be like, let's say that there was something that you've been planning for a while and now you don't have the funds, or the funds are depleted. Let's say that you are looking for work and you are going to things that don't necessarily vibe with you are looking more and more appealing because you got bills to pay. And it feels like or with hostilities and the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, you could be manifesting something. Maybe you were manifesting something in the past, but things happened like this year. And now it's got you sort of manifesting against it. It feels like maybe you were in the space of preparing something that aligned with you in some way or that put you in a certain position. And with this Knight of Swords coming for the throne of the king, for whatever reason, it seems like it's a lot less feasible now. And so now you're in this Five of Pentacles state. Because of these financial constraints, maybe Christmas is coming. And, you know, this year has been this year. And depending on what state you're in, not like physical state, but, you know, I don't know about that. Be excellent to each other. Isn't the like third Bill and Ted movie coming out? Is that out yet? um, maybe that's coming up, and or like birthdays or whatever, and we're sort of like we don't know if it's gonna be, and just like holiday season in general this year. Okay, so maybe this isn't financial constraints. Financial constraints. Maybe this is related to family. And holiday season this year might not be what it usually is. You could have lost someone this year. You could be unable to go somewhere. And it could be related to finances, or it could just be related to the lack of someone who we kind of wish was here. Maybe Halloween was an important season to you. Because I'm on, well, from my, like, I don't really celebrate Halloween. So for me, it's more like coming into Thanksgiving and coming into Christmas, right? It could be a birthday, it could be Halloween, it could be anything. but something is missing now. And with indecision, it almost feels like we don't even know if we're going to celebrate it. This is interesting to come up in the space of a new moon, but it's a new moon in Libra, right? And Libra is all about relationships. Could be romantic, could be platonic, could be familial, could be anything. Maybe you made holiday plans, or like maybe you talked about costumes that you would wear this Halloween, and now like either you don't have anywhere to wear the costume, or you don't have the other person who completes your costume. Yeah, because it feels like maybe you were really fired up about something, and then here's a harsh truth or facing a harsh reality that puts you in this Five of Pentacles state overall. So that's rough. And again, like, why New Moon Libra for that to come out? Well, people release things on new moons, right? And so maybe you need to release the. It feels like an emotional release. Maybe it's like something that closer to the time of the loss or whatever event transpired, you were feeling a certain type of way. Maybe it's just coming in this rush of new moon feelings or emotions or something to be released. I don't know. That's heavy. I would say if you have someone in your life that you love and you can talk to about stuff like that, don't go through it alone. Because that feels very, very, very heavy. Oof. 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 Sorry for your loss if you lost someone. It's not easy. Next is fourth chakra Archangel Raphael, which is some heart healing. I'm not surprised to see something like that on a new moon Libra, because if we're manifesting relationships, how do new moons work? Wait, do you manifest on a new moon and you release on a full moon? I don't know. I don't know. If you're manifesting a relationship, like a good relationship, you're also manifesting heart healing. Like, you can't have a solid, sturdy relationship with a messed up heart. It don't work like that. Okay, that should be enough. Augustus, the song about Augustus Gloop and the new, is it Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? The latest one just came to my mind for some reason. Maybe someone a little greedy. Maybe you'll be working through issues of like greed or insatiability if you want an actual relationship or something. I don't know. Let's see. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups, though. So we got Archangel Michael and we got the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Hostilities with the Ace of Cups, though, it's telling me that, yeah, we're going to have to change in some ways, honestly, because if we don't, we're going to just keep sabotaging relationships. The first card that came out is the Six of Cups in reverse. Oof. And all of these cards are upright, but this one came out in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse, it sounds like you're going to have to release something in the past, right? Maybe Mercury retrograde has us hoping that somebody will come back from our past, but it may not necessarily be the case. Or if they do, if someone comes back from the past, it may be the case that you've done some growth, you've done some healing, and the other person maybe not so much. And so you're going to be excited about the return, but it may not work out. That could be one of the reasons it didn't work out. Maybe it is the need to do some internal work on yourself that this still won't work out. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like your happiness is more important, like actual happiness, right? And with the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles coming out together, it feels like one person would be doing all of the work in this relationship, because here's the card of partnership and then there's the card of the page. Either that or you're going to be building something new with someone new. And with the moon card, this Piscean energy. Appearances may be deceiving is coming to mind. And appearances being deceiving could be the space of you. This feels like self-sabotage a little bit. Like you thinking that you're not in a position to make this work, but if you've done the work, then I feel like you are. And maybe the Six of Cups in reverse is about taking the rose tinted glasses off when it comes to this relationship. The Six of Cups, this could be a need to be really, really, really honest. If this is something coming back, this is a need to be honest about what happened in the past, to let the past go. And if you're going to start building together, do it with a clean slate. That's the Page of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Building from the ground up, fresh. With the Moon card, I feel like anything left unspoken or anything unresolved, it's going to build up and it's going to tear this thing down again. Because it feels like this energy of anxiety. Let's see what's around the anxiety card. It feels like an energy of anxiety. Because it's like, well, you know, is this person doing that again? Or oh, all tied up and attachment. So, oof. All tied up and attachment are around anxiety. Number 5 and number 23. It's interesting because anxiety is number 18. 5 plus 18 is 23. Attachment plus anxiety equals all tied up. And when it's all tied up, it's strangled, it's strangulated, your heart can't breathe. And we have the whole Ace of Cups down here, and it needs to be free flowing. And I feel like as it flows freely, it's actually going to be cleansing and purifying some channels and some different things. I'll just want to give this a few shuffles. I don't know why I'm shuffling this, because it's not like I'm going to use this again, but maybe I will. You know, who knows? So yeah, either something's going to come back from the past that ain't it, sis, and you need to let it go, because it's like you put in all the work last time and it looks like you're going to be putting in all the work again, but you may be sort of tricking yourself into not seeing it that way. I don't want to say tricking yourself. You may not initially see it until you get a little bit further down the road. Now contract is at the bottom of the deck, and contract was right behind hostilities. Or this is a need for us to, again, take off the rose tinted glasses when it comes to the past. It's a need to get really, really, really clear on what happened, air everything out so we can start with a clean slate, so that there aren't these like background worries and background anxieties from the last time that are still lingering. And that's why I went looking for anxiety, because if those anxieties are there, attachment and all tied up, it's going to be really, really hard to move forward, because I feel like it's going to put you in a space of overanalyzing everything. Like there may be this initial honeymoon period of time when you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe you're back, and like, ooh, things are so good. And then it's like, wait, like, so like, why didn't you do whatever? Like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Like, what's happening? Is it like last time you did this, everything fell apart? Right? It'll keep this all tied up. So there's a need to release some stuff either way. There's a need to get really clear either way. And a need to like either make sure both people are putting in the work with the Three of Pentacles, or to make sure that you're building from a clean slate. I feel like either way you want the slate to be as clean as possible moving forward. Because if not, this moon card is coming out with all of these like all of this energy right here. And this could be a brand new person. But if you haven't worked through the cycles of your past, then you could start projecting things that don't even exist onto this new relationship. With this attachment and all tied up. Lastly, but not leastly, is the Door to Spirit in reverse. And this is the card that fell on the table. Door to Spirit in reverse. Let's see what this is about. And now Contract is at the bottom of the deck for Door to Spirit in reverse. And let's see. And let's see. And let's see. And let's see. Door to Spirit. Oh, well, there's the Sun and the Ace of Cups at the bottom. Door to Spirit in reverse. It feels like this, like you know everything that you need to know type of energy. It feels like Spirit is already here type of energy. But let's see. Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. There she is. I'll keep this one on the side. There we go. Eight of Cups. I thought that the Seven of Pentacles was the Eight of Cups. As soon as the Seven of Pentacles came out, I was like, oh, there's the Eight of Cups. But it wasn't. Here's the Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands when it comes to the Door to Spirit in reverse. It's honestly feeling like the Door to Spirit has already been opened before this when it comes to this, but I want to get these to clarify and see if that's the case or not. Okay, this is a few more cards than I expected. I'm going to take this one to cross, and it's the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is going to cross the Seven of Pentacles, and it looks like they could be the same individual, except for one is much younger than the other. Oh, look at these calves. I'm sorry. I told y'all we gonna be in the deep freeze isolation. I'm just like, oh, look at them calves. Okay. I was like randomly attracted to calves and not baby cows, like calves, like muscles, leg muscles, right? It just like randomly happened. I think it lasted for a few months, and I would see people. I'm like, oh, look at those calves. It looks like it could be the same individual, but he's much more mature and older in the Seven of Pentacles than he is in this Page of Wands, right? Oh, wait, it's this way. This feels like we know that something is supposed to be coming spiritually. Maybe this Door to Spirit in reverse is related to a realization, revelation, or epiphany that you had in the past. Maybe there's something that you know to be coming, something that you know to be happening, and you feel like it's about to start happening or it's about to start going down around this time. Right? So, this Page of Wands, Seven of Pentacles energy, it feels like in preparation for this moment, we've been doing some work. But we're getting to the point where it just feels like we want to make sure that we don't sabotage everything that we've done because of this Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands isn't necessarily bad. It's just like this energy of like, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get wrapped up in the enthusiasm. Hey, you can see my hand shadow. Hi. Hold on, wait. How do I do it? Hi. It's like, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get wrapped up in the passion or in the enthusiasm. Continue to put into this. Don't stop putting into this. And then with the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Cups, I feel like this is probably related to something that didn't follow through in the past, or there was a break or a separation or something, and there was something that you realized during that time of separation about yourself, and you were then called something you realized about yourself, and then you were then called to begin moving away, to begin walking away, and to start doing this work with that Seven of Pentacles on yourself. And maybe like the more you did the work, the more you could see this coming in, or the more you did the work, the more you could feel that you were again preparing yourself for some kind of harvest. And Libra new moon feels like harvest to me. I don't know, it's weird. Maybe I'll look at the... No, I don't feel like looking at the Sabian symbol. And so again, it's like the Seven of Pentacles. It's like this Page of Wands energy is fine. And we don't necessarily want to be overly critical or overly analyzing this, but we do want to keep in mind that we're still caring and cultivating for these things. Next is the World card, Saturn, the shadow side, Capricorn, Five of Swords, first decan of Aquarius. Saturn leaves Capricorn and moves into the first decan of Aquarius around December 17th, I believe. So in like 2 months. So in this time, it's not an internal battle or an internal struggle. It's like this reminder that if we want to keep that karmic gate closed, we have to continue to be in this space that we've come into since the initial separation, right? And that separation could be anything. Like maybe you thought that you were getting really close to a new job, or you were getting close to a breakthrough in some other aspect and in some other way. And so, but it fell apart. And when it fell apart, you were like, wow, like why did it fall apart? And so you started to do all of these different things, right? And when you were doing all of these different things, you started to advance or progress, see things. You started to feel yourself detaching from the negative aspects of what happened before, reframing it into these lessons, that you were then integrating and moving forward. Now, this Page of Wands, whatever this is, it's like it's almost going to try to drag you back to that space that you were in before you did all of this work. Not for any like bad or malicious reason, but just because you're that excited. And this is the reminder that if you don't stay intentional or keep in mind the things that you've learned, that you can repeat it all again, right? The cycle is closed. The cycle has been closed because you're no longer in this shadow side space, because you've been facing that shadow. So continue to face the shadow. And I think it's not like an internal struggle or an internal battle at all. This is just, it feels like keeping your ego in check. Keep these two halves of yourself balanced as you move forward. Because again, with this door to spirit in reverse, it feels like you kind of sort of already know what's up, or there's something that you're expecting. But with that Seven of Pentacles, it's like you're still in this space of cultivation. It's not yet ready to harvest. So that's what I got. We're going to get some final messages, and I'm going to close this down. Then I'm going to go to the store and pick me up some more pierogies. Oh, they were so good. The loaded baked potato pierogies are so good. And again, the Four of Wands is at the bottom of the deck, but oh no, it's not hostilities anymore. It's a contract now. This is a contracted Four of Wands. Okay, yeah. So exactly everything I was saying, because behind contract is the door to personal healing and happiness. Exactly. And then there is Archangel Michael, first chakra. So contract and the door to personal healing and happiness, I feel like that personal healing and happiness was part of the contract that you needed to fulfill to get this Four of Wands relationship. And as you've been in the space of your personal healing and happiness, emphasis on the healing, again, it doesn't feel like it's complete yet. Maybe you've done enough to begin working on this again, but don't neglect the healing that you've done, and don't neglect to continue to do that healing. Sorry. Because if you do, it feels like the chapter could end again, right? The only thing keeping that cycle closed is how you've changed. So I don't think it's necessarily bad, it's just, just stay aware, stay cognizant. So, final message from the Energy Oracle cards, please. Magician in the Mirror. Magician in the Mirror. I think I just saw the Deceit card. Work. Bottom of the deck. Carrying connections. I mean, Libra season. So, not surprised. The card that came out is the Magician and the Mirror. I love this. Number 53. Carrying connections is number 14. 53 is an 8. 14 is a 5. 53 would be Temperance and the Empress. 14 is just straight up Temperance. So this is about healing and transmutation. The bottom of the deck with these carrying connections, it's this Temperance that is, it feels like a light for light, and I guess also dark for dark situation where they're balanced. It's a very Six of Pentacles, Justice, and Two of Cups energy. And it's Two of Cups because it feels like there's this emotional presence and give and take. And then this Temperance and the Empress is like from the space of that healing within yourself, creating and moving forward into this space that aligns with, because it's like you aligned to a higher will. And the closer aligned with that you are, the closer aligned with that you are, the more this is something that you actually want. That comes out in a good way. It's this energy of like, if you like to eat your fruits and vegetables, then having to eat your fruits and vegetables isn't a chore. It's not something that you don't want to do, right? So what you need is also what you want. And I don't think you need anything outside of yourself. But what you want isn't something that negatively impacts you anymore because you did all of this Temperance healing, right? In the space of separation, you've been doing this healing, been caring and loving and kind to yourself and to others when you can be. And now you're in a space to attract from that place. And the Magician in the Mirror is all about putting our intent out, being clear with our intent, and having it come back to us. Right? And that's, I mean, Libra, it's justice, it's balance, so not surprised. There was a Justice card too, I just saw her. Oh no, we ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that. Oh wait, I wanted to put that card back up right. Well, there's a Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck again. Where's that Six of Cups? I just saw it. There it is. That's interesting. That's great. That's gorgeous. Oh, the Lovers and the Four of Wands at the cut. Y'all can't see that, but it's the Lovers and the Four of Wands. Hold up. I'm really hoping that the Lovers comes out on top, Loki. Yes. Okay. I see it now. I've had this deck for almost a year now. With the Chariot behind the Lovers, 6 into the 7, and the Tower behind that, which is another 7. But this feels like, and then there's the 9 with the Hermit. So the Lovers, the Tower, the Lovers, the Chariot, the Tower, and the Hermit. This energy, it feels like alignment with the external, but again, it's in a way that this is a realignment. It's a cleansing and a clearing and a revelation. Anyway, oops, I was watching somebody else use this deck, and then I saw the angel in this card for the first time. Like, that's an angel up there, and those are her wings. This angel is standing over the Lovers. And I was like, as long as I've had this deck, I've never noticed that that was an angel. I was like, what? I was like, wait, is that a face? Is that hair? Are those wings? Is that an angel above the lovers? Because I always look at her wings and I'm like, oh, look at these clouds or whatever. Girl, I don't know. I'm slow sometimes. I'd be like that. And then there's the Six of Cups that I've now turned up, right, with this lovers. So definitely something, again, like I was talking about with the contract. I don't know if I finished it, but lately I've been feeling the contract as these things that we need to learn and things that we need to integrate and ways that we need to be before we get anything of significance. The contract is not this thing that is contracted. It's like it is, but it isn't. Because it's not the thing itself that is contracted, but the thing is the reward for completing the contract, right? Like if you get a contract to work somewhere, you get paid as you do the work, and then when the work is complete, you get the rest of the money, right? I pay you this much up front and this much at the end, you get the rest. This is the you get the rest because you've completed the contract. And now we're coming into the space where we still have free will, we still have choice. And I think that's why it's so important for us to be as free of as many traumas and have as much resolution with our past as we can, because again, this is not a contracted space moving forward into the future. So if you choose to sabotage this, if you choose to walk away from it, it's gone. Because it was your choice, and your choice will be honored and respected. Oh, goodness. Well, what are these two? So the Sun and the Ace of Swords, clarity at the top of the deck. And I love that because the card that flipped over is the shadow side. And remember, we've seen the shadow side before. It's like a crossroads. We have these two lights in the middle. The one that goes off in this direction. You see, it's this light up here and it shoots out that way. This way is shadow side. This light up here that shoots out that way is the Sun. It's almost the space of a crossroads. And then here's this Ace of Swords, clarity, that will make this even more clear. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. This is owning the power of your choice, owning the power of your free will, and choosing the things that get you more established in that, or that keep you in that space of your power, right? Magician and the Mirror at the bottom of the deck. No, Magician and the Mirror was the top. Carrying Connections was the bottom of the deck. And so, I mean, if the Emperor is down here, what's behind the Emperor? Ooh, the Six of Swords. Hey, let's go. So someone, oh, the ship. This is the ship. Okay. Yeah. So if the Emperor and the Six of Swords is down here, and then we have this crossroads between the shadow side and the Sun up here with the Ace of Swords, you know, the Emperor is probably only heading in one direction. Carrying Connections at the bottom of the deck. The Emperor at the bottom of the deck. With the shadow side and the Magician in the Mirror. Whatever energy you put into it will be the energy that you get back. Because the universe, the world around you, is going to, it's like you create the skeleton for this. You create the scaffold, and then the universe fills it in. So if you're giving it doubt, if you're giving it worry, if you're not giving it the attention, and yourself, honestly, because it's like you are the model for everything that you attract outside. Everything that you put inside of yourself is going to be replicated outside of yourself. And so if you give yourself negligence and all kinds of other things, I mean, that's probably what you're going to get in some ways, you know. If you give yourself love and kindness and patience and understanding, you'll attract love and kindness and patience and understanding. You get what you get. New moon in Libra. All right, that's what I got. I hope you have a good whatever whenever you see this. Be excellent to each other. Be excellent to yourself. I'll catch y'all later.